Start the pre-cum of this show.
Exactly. All right, so now anything we say, we are liable for. So you can say things we can, but we are on. It's not like started. It's basically before we just shoot the shit. Like it's all just shooting the shit.
It's the pre-cum of the show.
Exactly.
Okay,
Yeah. We just.
It can still get you pregnant, but you know.
Yeah, it's
not
not
like
it's not the full dick and balls. It's just
Got you. We have to wait for Matt to get the whole shaft.
we do, yeah.
Yeah.
Evidently,
Balls and all.
he's the only one who reproduces out of everybody on
Which
here. So.
he said here, be on in a minute, and that was 30 minutes ago.
Yeah, it's very. He is a.
I have to go put my kids to sleep. What
He is a
fucking queer dude.
he is also Puerto Rican, so I don't know what you
Yeah.
really expect.
Making really bad musicals.
Imagine actually impregnating a woman.
Wow.
Massive L. to be
Massive
quite
L.
honest.
I can't even imagine a woman. Now you think about it.
Women aren't real. They're like birds. They're government drones.
Well, neither can Obama, apparently.
Oh.
Obama, we're all making fun of Obama for pretending to be bisexual, like get with like college girls, and he actually was just actually a flaming homosexual.
Well,
That's probably how he became president.
Here's the thing: is like at this point, I just don't fucking care, and whoever does the funniest thing ever is
Mhm.
like the person I vote for.
Word.
Or
Yeah.
like.
That's
So-
the worst part. Is Trump is a stand-up comedian who accidentally became president more than anything else.
Exactly.
Exactly.
When Trump is on stage, he's just doing a bit,
Yeah.
and he holds the crown for funniest president.
Yeah.
Biden, he's getting up there. I'm still waiting for the day he like says jigaboo or something.
Like a really
Wow.
old. He starts using those Clint Eastwood terms from fucking
Yeah.
Gran Torino,
Yeah.
where he just finds some old. Yeah.
Oops, up to. Yeah. Then
That-
he would like top Trump for me.
If he says the N word, that's where I think he gets #1 spot automatically.
he
just like
secures the
accidentally
vote.
slipping it out.
Yeah.
Someone was saying about like him, like his Niger is like becoming a relevant thing in the news media.
Oh boy.
Like him actually slipping the N word.
Perfect.
I would
would
lose
be
my
awesome.
fucking mind.
Yeah.
He gets a
I
vote.
hate-
He comes back in another
I
4
hate
years.
voting, but I would vote for him if he did that. um,
Fair enough.
but yeah, so Obama, like, if he came out as gay, that would put him up there in like the hall of funniest presidents ever.
Just for him being a homosexual, nothing else.
Yeah,
I love that.
that would be the funniest shit ever.
They
Not
would give him
only
another
that-
Peace Prize for that.
Yeah, and not only that, but this was the long con too. He he waited until after 2 terms, after Trump, and then while his vice president was the president to pull something like this. And it's excellent.
The best part is there's no benefit to it now. It's not like he can go for another 4 years and get like, oh, well, all the gay people will vote for me except for like the log cabin douchebags. Like, there's not even a point to it. He's just doing it because he can. He's like, oh, you know what? I done enough press tours and selling books and speaking at colleges. I'll let everyone know I love sucking cock. I kind of respect that. He's just like, I can just do whatever I fucking want now.
Let's
Like,
be
Secret
clear.
Service has to deal with it.
Is one of my favorite tastes.
Yeah, honestly,
My fellow Americans.
king, to be quite honest.
Yeah, you gotta respect the long con. Not was that Wint quote where it's like, you don't have to hand it to ISIS, but you know, we don't have to hand it to Obama, but it's still pretty fucking funny.
Yeah.
I'd like to apologize for my previous comments. You do not, in fact, have to hand it to Obama.
That being said, that would be I think acknowledging that politics is mostly a joke and just having fun with it. Like, yeah, like some of the shit they like allow to happen is so fucked, but if we can't laugh at it, you're a fucking asshole.
Exactly.
Like, I could be sent to an internment camp. I'm still gonna be making jokes about whatever president just sent me there for being so fucking handsome. They don't allow handsome people around anymore.
Yeah, it's true. Like you truly feel free once you just stop caring, and
Mm.
it's whatever you find funny.
Yeah, I was in this like group therapy thing. A lot of these people are very left leaning,
Mm.
and they were talking about like, oh, like climate change, all this kind of stuff. I was like, well, this little thing we could do will make a difference. And I'm like sitting there like, the only way to really make a difference is to bomb a bunch of like offices. I'm like, I can't say that. I'll be sent to a psych ward on the spot for that one. It's like, yeah, the only difference you can make environmentally is to bomb a bunch of businesses like like fucking circle rooms or whatever the fuck.
Well,
What's it
I'm
called?
just saying hypothetically, if a few office buildings just
What
happen
if
to
Miss Santo
explode,
just had this funny phosphine gas start, coming out of the fucking desk room?
just a bunch of bananas just started rotting really fast, released
Be
a bunch
funny,
of
odd,
phosphine
and
gas.
strange, quite curious, even peculiar if you're so inclined. If a nerve agent was just going off some VX gas, get a little weird with it, and all of
Be
the
one-
Santos just start fucking skinning each other alive in an office.
What a hell of a coincidence!
So
Very big coincidence.
and
Hmm.
so this was all going through your head at a group therapy.
At a group
session.
therapy, I was sitting there like, like, oh, we can't do anything about climate change. We're all going to die one day. I'm just sitting there like, I'm not going to fucking die one day from climate change, motherfucker. I couldn't say half this shit out loud. Because it'd be like, one, I'm not dying from climate change. I'm not a fucking idiot. Two, anything you do because of carbon footprint, blow up a BP fucking boardroom meeting if you really want to make a real difference. As well as, it'd be just funny. Like, who's going to feel bad for the oil executive who got blown out the fucking sky? His fucking brains out the back of his ass from a fucking,
Come to think of it,
allegedly.
like a group therapy thing or NA or AA or like any group therapy thing like that is like the perfect time to just say skill issue repeatedly.
To be fair, at a Narcotics Anonymous or an Alcoholic Anonymous, you could pretty much get away with saying anything. I was at an NA meeting in California, dude, and there was straight up like Southern California gangbangers there who had been clean for like 20 years, talking about almost killing somebody like the other day. Like literally like a few days ago, like kind of like timeline. He's like, you know what, Holmes, my daughter's boyfriend, Holmes, and like the whole fucking shebang is just him talking about like getting an unregistered shotgun and fucking killing this guy. He's like, I'm not, he's on his same road too, Holmes. And it's just like, oh, okay, all right. This guy has a teardrop. He's killed someone else. This is not like some fucking patty ass fucking pretend to be tough like in fucking Brooklyn in Williamsburg or some shit. That's a real hardcore guy. He's got a Draco somewhere.
Yeah, that's pretty epic.
Like, yeah, man, I'll stop doing drugs, but I will still kill a motherfucker. You gotta respect
Fair
that.
enough.
You gotta expect that discipline right there.
Fair enough.
Yeah, and Narcotics Anonymous is the only anonymous group that is actually a joy to be in. Because it's all cool stories. No one ever is ever boring. No one's like, yeah, I just drank too much. I hit my kids. Like, no, I was doing lines of speed in a biker gang and I punched a guy to death and I had to go to jail for 15 years. Like, oh, okay. 2 in the fucking afternoon. I was trying to get some KFC after this, but now I just want to know your life, bro. But yeah.
Okay. All right.
Well, there you go. At least it's a bit entertaining for you.
You could say that.
Yeah.
Well, I think with that.
That does sound based. I am a big proponent of driving under the influence. So
Same, actually.
Yeah,
It's quite enjoyable. As Americans, it is our right to be inebriated behind the wheel.
Here's the thing. When you really think about it, you need a driver's license to buy alcohol.
Yeah, exactly.
So what's the logic there? I mean, come on.
Exactly. You clearly, if you need the license to drive and you need the license to buy alcohol, ergo, you need the alcohol to drive.
Fuck, I need sunglasses now. I just realized you're both wearing sunglasses. I look like a fucking asshole now.
Yeah, what the hell, man? Like,
all of them are in my fucking car, and I don't feel like running out there. I don't feel like getting a shot at it again. Where's sunglasses? Oh, hate when that happens.
Oh well.
No, I found them. I found some Ray-Bans.
Just
gotta look like I'm in a higher tax bracket, bro.
Fuck yeah, bro.
Yo, White Boy Summer is fucked up this year, dude, because Jimmy Buff and fucking Smash Mouth fucking died within like 5 days.
If you think about it, though, dying Labor Day weekend is a very Jimmy Buffett thing to do.
That is true.
Right at the end of summer, he's like, I'm out.
Yeah, that was a massive flex.
It was.
Yeah.
Man, like, there's a Jimmy Buffett like concert that would happen like every year nearby me. I like drive over there and like we would get fucking shit faced in a parking lot on the beach. It was fucking nuts. We do it every year. There'd be like fucking 50, 60, 80-year-old people who are basically bare ass naked, drunk as shit, doing fucking coke with all these fucking 20-year-olds. It was nuts, and there's no better experience out there. And
I bet
sadly,
there were a lot of nuts.
there were a lot
lot
of
of
nuts.
nuts.
I've seen my
low-hanging
20-something-year-old. Oh yeah, and that's fine. There was someone in a fursuit actually out there a year before.
Oh, God bless them.
Which I was gonna say, like, usually I'd roast a furry, but like to be out in 90-degree heat on a
The
beach,
roasting is
on
happening.
a part, like the roasting's already happening. That's where I'm like, you know what, you're braver than any U.S. Marine, bro, because 90-degree heat, wearing a fursuit on a beach in a parking lot for Jimmy Buffett. You are like, and then you're also dealing with like frat bros and old people who both do not understand furries. So that's like, you are just against all odds, fucking nuts hanging, probably damp wet, fucking soaking it up like an upside down cup of water kind of situation. I literally was like, hey, bro, like, listen, jokes aside, man, fucking respect for this dude. Like, that sucks. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you, but good on you, bro. Like, forget like the EOD guys who like disarm bombs in like those fucking bomb suits where it's like 150 degrees in there. Nah, man, the fursuit guy in the parking lot of a fucking beach, Jimmy Buffett concert where there's more drugs and alcohol than there should ever be anywhere. Is just having the best time of his fucking life. Absolute Giga Chad. I hate to say it. The guy's probably a turbo virgin. He's probably follows someone here on his fucking house site.
I gotta give him that one, to be quite honest.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta listen. You gotta reach out to the other side. You know, like a little grab.
Hey, you'd be surprised. Sometimes those niggas, they like in the technology industry, they make more money than like we see in a week.
Yep.
Or like a month. Yeah.
Yeah, those like coder programmer guys who are like those dudes who live in vans who are like doing 3 different coder jobs, where they're making like $1 million working 3 computer jobs because they're so fucking autistic. Fucking based.
And with that, I'm gonna play the intro because Max and Matt are just late as usual, and that's
sucking toes.
Sucking toes.
Toes, penis, perhaps. Cock even.
Imagine being late to your own show.
Seriously. Hello, everyone, and welcome to The Altar, episode 120. Tonight, we've got special guest Luke, a.k.a. Luke M1911, and we've got Yimra, and we've got myself, Ben, a.k.a. Based Heisenberg, a.k.a. wherever the fuck I am now. We do not yet have Matt, or Max, because Matt, being Puerto Rican, is, of course, late to his own podcast. And Max is out hunting for Xenussi, I believe. So, best of luck to him in that pursuit. But, I believe the first topic, something bad happened at Burning Man. Did y'all hear about that?
Yeah, where like it rained really bad, so all the mud turned into like concrete or something, like wet concrete.
God took
a bunch of rich douchebags just fucking got stuck in the middle of nowhere.
On the rich hippies.
It's the Fry Festival. It's a Fry Festival for wooks, not woke people. Wooks, totally different genre of people.
Exactly.
Modern shithead hippies. Not even the cool hippies that would at least like throw a Molotov cocktail at a ride or something. Like we're talking about like wooks, you know, the fucking white guy with dreads who should have been fucking beaten senseless with a fucking nightstick by me personally.
I've heard a bit about it, but I don't really concern myself with what lessers do with their time.
Fair enough. Well, these lessers were like waist deep in alkaline mud for several days.
In Nevada, right?
In the Nevada desert, you got it.
Yeah,
and
the one time it actually rains there, it beats them out. Yeah, that's pretty epic.
That's the
you know the Mormons were doing some weird fucking window range shit. They're like, get these fucking hippies away from us, bro.
The Mormons have their own version of harp.
Yeah, they were doing some weird Native American rain dance, but like Mormons, so they like married like 15 children to themselves, whatever the fuck they do, and then I don't know, fucking shook a whip or whatever.
They do something with the magic underwear or something. I don't know.
They put the magic underwear on and assault someone and then call it a day.
And
then it rained.
Ben can corroborate this, but the Mormons, they're like, the way they keep you out of Utah is they're not mean to you. they're so overly nice to you. It's to a point where it's creepy. It's like Get Out.
A little bit.
Yeah.
I've been there's an old couple that constantly comes into my workplace and tries to like convert me.
Mm-hmm.
And like
And they don't convert Jews. They respect y'all.
I guess they've made me their mission, but like it's nice because they walk very slowly. So I always see them coming through the glass and I'm just like, "Oh, fantastic. All right, guys, I died for the next 20 minutes."
Mm-hmm.
Just tell them I was brutally murder dead.
Tell them you're trying to marry a black woman. Only one woman though, too.
No,
just really throw them off.
They'd never believe that.
A Jewish guy not marrying a black woman, it would be pretty shocking. Actually, it's like half of what y'all do.
I mean, that's fair enough. That's how Lenny Kravitz was
It's
born.
a tale as old as time.
It is.
Oh, and speaking of your workplace, Ben, check it out.
Ooh.
24 carats. What do you think?
Ooh,
On the
very
middle
nice.
finger.
Very nice.
No, just kidding. This shit's all fake.
I was about to say, if that's 24 carats, it's going to like disintegrate, but it's beautiful.
Yeah. It's
very nice looking.
Have you ever seen it? It's an awful movie, but I love it. Like Racist John Travolta. The name is escaping me right now.
Just a movie, Racist John Travolta, actually be a great title.
From Paris with Love.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah, great movie. Remember the part where he's like all the French gangsters, they're jacking him, and his partner's like, "Oh, you feeling homesick now?" And he's like, "Fuck no, all this shit's fake." They just want our bling.
Word.
But yeah, when I do like to have a bunch of fake stuff, and then I do like to have a few real pieces just for display. So when I'm ready to get my next real piece, I'll hit you up.
Oh, fuck yeah. I got your Tom Brady ring, baby.
Nice.
What you sipping on?
Captain Morgan private stock with a little bit of cherry in there.
Ooh, very nice.
Fancy.
Private stock, it's really nice. It's kind of like a smoky vanilla type of spiced rum.
Ooh,
that sounds nice.
Oh, excuse me.
Oof.
So that's Sprite right there.
Yeah, that's Stella Sprite.
Mm-hmm. The dirty Sprite. By dirty Sprite, I mean I just keep hawking loogies in there and really sealing in the flavor.
I'm just recycling the loogies. You just ferment some alcohol.
Yeah, I want some thickness in there.
What episode are you guys on now?
So we're on episode 120, if you can believe it.
Wow.
Yeah.
It sounds both too low and too high.
Here, it was a while. What was it like?
It was like episode 100-ish.
Yeah, 2-3 years ago.
No, it was sooner than that. You were on like New Year's.
Oh, that's right.
I was still doing Blow. That's how we can timeline this one.
With Cybersmith, right?
Yeah, Cybersmith and a couple other people.
Right.
Oh, that was a big one where you just kept having try to get as many people on as possible.
Exactly.
Oh, we need to do that again.
We do.
That was more like a cameo. I couldn't. I was just there to scream the N-word,
which is a very valuable contribution.
Yeah, but now that I'm back stateside and in a little bit more of a stable situation, I'd like to actually come back on sometime and have an actual in-depth conversation with Cybersmith.
Oh yes, that's what we need.
He's I've always unironically been a big fan of him, and he's just very fascinating.
He's very nice. He's a very nice guy. Like, ideologies aside, he's a very, very nice guy.
I think the best part is like we had him on and we thought we were just gonna be able to like do nothing but like bits and like fuck with him. But then he got on, and then we actually had probably one of the most intellectually intense conversations where he's like pulling fucking like college level fucking discussions out. And it was just it was the most surreal thing. It felt like a Norm Macdonald skit where like the joke has gone like 4 levels of like post irony bullshit that I don't know if it's a bit anymore, if he's just like that. The thing is, he is just like that.
He is. But like it's the magic that only our show can provide. No other medium could make this happen.
Yeah, he's very articulate and it like just whenever I hear him speaking, it's like that one like meme image of the Greek philosophers in like having debates and stuff.
Oh, where they're like
that.
walking together and like doing the poses and shit.
Yeah, that's like
Yeah. Yeah, that's gonna be us if you get us on here.
oh, absolutely, that's gonna happen. We'll get in touch with him. I think he's on either the Alter server or he's on Matt's other server. But
He's on both, I believe.
All right, he's everywhere. We got him, ladies and gentlemen. We got him, Geronimo. Where the hell is Moonlit Altar of the Altar?
Do we have any comments or some shit like that? I'm not.
I should probably check that. That'd be a good idea, right?
Yeah.
The people are watching our show.
See if someone's threatening
Okay,
to
so
kill me again.
let's see. Why is Matt so swagged out? That's not Matt. That is Luke.
Luke is not Puerto Rican, last I checked.
Yeah.
This is Mr. 1911's world famous of world fame.
Yeah, you
Of
need
the
to
world.
get that right. Like,
Yeah.
Matt does not wear swaggy clothing. I've never seen the man dripped out. Not anything against him. He just dresses like every dad ever.
exactly.
It's a,
Like he doesn't.
it's a t-shirt and like basketball shorts and
Matt
like
dresses
Nikes.
for speed and dexterity. That's what his
Yeah,
concerns
yeah,
are.
it's a basketball shorts like everywhere with everything is a major Puerto Rican fit.
It definitely
Yeah.
Puerto Rican dad fit for sure.
Mhm.
Like
Big Spanish Harlem vibes.
the second
Yeah,
he
like
switches over to
wearing,
sandals, it's
wearing Adidas sandals, long ankle socks and basketball shorts.
Oh, you just made me think of all of Queens right now. Disgusting.
ugh.
Fucking Lefferts Boulevard type shit right there.
So HB Nana says Mormons being super friendly is called friendshipping, and it's an actual technique used by Mormons. There's books about it. This is correct.
It's hard to be an asshole to someone who's nice to you. It's like a straight up a fact. You don't want to be an asshole to someone who's like complimenting you.
So I've actually found that if you have tattoos, Mormons are just kind of like, eh. Like a lot of them will not approach you. The hardcore missionaries will, like the boys in like the black and white. They'll come up to you, but otherwise, like they'll just be like, "Oh, you've been marked," and they just repel away.
Yeah, and I mean, if they get like a black line, they see the glow in the dark swastika, I'm sure they'll be pretty upset about that too. So
I mean, yeah, but I mean they have their own swastikas all over the place, so they'll just be like,
yeah, but
oh.
those are like that new one that
The
like
new
a
one?
bunch of fucking the star, the sun star. You know,
Oh,
one that
the
like a
black
bunch
wheel?
of the fat white retard
Black
Scandinavian
Sun,
fuckers
yes,
do.
yeah, that one.
What's with white supremacists being the ugliest, fattest fucking losers? Never like someone who like owns a company or like isn't fat or ugly. It's like, bro, how you?
They're LARPers.
They're larpers.
Yeah.
Just plain and simple, they're LARPers.
Exactly.
It's almost makes it too easy, like easy to make fun of. Like no wonder you're fucking racist. You gotta find an excuse to fucking not hate yourself, bro.
Admittedly,
So
it's
the-
like it's very low hanging fruit sometimes. Like it's so easy to make fun of.
I just what your time is just hating Jews. You probably haven't even met a Jew, dog. Bro,
Pretty
you live
much.
in like South Carolina. There's like 8 Jews there, and they probably make the best bagels in the entire state. Why are you being mean to them, bro?
There's this.
Yeah, and like with the return or like return with a V to tradition type of people.
Oh
It's
yes.
like they always complain about getting replaced and shit like this.
Mhm.
And it's like, well, I mean, if you're worried about getting replaced, then okay, do something about it. If you're getting replaced, then you deserve to get replaced.
Just reproduce, bro. It's not hard.
That's you getting ratioed.
Literal
you're
ratio.
kidding.
The best part is return to tradition is 90% just 1950s and like 1920s advertising. It's just like, have a barbecue with your very boring family who you totally don't beat. And it's like, okay.
And your wife, who's on Quaaludes and is suicidal.
Yeah, your wife who's literally been taking nothing but uppers. Wait, actually, that's kind of based.
L plus
I
ratio
retract
plus have
slightly
sex
a
plus
bit here.
reproduce.
Simply don't be ugly and simply get a job. That's good.
Again, skill issue. Oh,
Hey,
being
listen.
replaced, skill issue.
Getting a job is hard, and being attractive is more of an objectable. Most people can be attractive. If Post Malone can get pussy, you can too.
I mean, yeah,
There's
you
no
don't
excuse
even like
anymore.
attractiveness is very subjective. You could be ugly and still get laid.
Yeah, I mean, I'm beautiful, so I don't have that issue.
Exactly,
obviously. I don't
like-
have sex, but
Yeah,
No,
I like
you
to
don't.
tell 'em-
Can't relate. Can't relate.
Yeah.
I just like saying no to women.
Exactly. It's fantastic.
Because sex scares me. It makes me cry.
Of course. However, it's not gay if the balls don't touch.
Where is the comment feed? The
so it is, if you go to YouTube, like the show link I sent you, that will take you to like the normal viewing the show page, and you can see the comments.
All right, there we go.
Anarchism is anti-swag. Missile launch, you are...
Who is this faggot?
I don't know.
Well, it's a good thing I'm an anarcho capitalist.
Yes, yes, same.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Maybe just have money?
Yeah. Stop being poor. How about that?
Mm-hmm.
If you thought about that?
Maybe just buy more money.
Exactly.
More money.
Fucking skill issue, bro. If the Fed can do it, so can you.
Simply get a union job and work as a fucking electrician and literally never work an actual day in your life like those fucking white hard hat assholes.
Just inherit $10 million from your parents. Mm. Just get good. Like
simply it's your fucking text tone.
Yeah.
That's great.
Just simply lie, cheat, and steal to get whatever you want.
Exactly.
It's that easy.
Everyone else is doing it.
You need to think like a white man. You need to not play by the rules. If you're playing by the rules, you're thinking like a black man. You gotta think like a white man.
I don't want to be a fag, but that sounds like there's a lot going on there with that statement.
There is a lot going on with that statement.
I don't know if that's fully accurate.
No, I don't know.
I feel like that's more of the opposite. I think a white man is more inclined to play by the rules.
Well, the rules. Well, they made
Fair
the
enough.
rules by that.
They make the rules.
They made the rules, so of course they follow them. They made it a bias for themselves.
Fair enough.
It's easy to follow the rules when you make them. Unless you're Obama and you have gay sex, I guess.
I mean,
well, he's still bisexual, right? I mean,
he did marry a man.
Well, he probably. I mean, still coochie down there. It's just a manly coochie. It's just loose knuckle.
Dude, listen, those shoulders, like that back, like that's like Mike Tyson's back. If you got punched by Michelle Obama, you would die.
If there was a man to have a pussy, it'd be Mike Tyson. I can see him having a fat cunt.
You know what? To add to our earlier Obama conversation, what would be even funnier? Like, what would level the funny up to 100? Is if Michelle ran.
Oh no.
Hell yeah! Oh hell yeah!
That would be epic.
The problem is that she just wasn't good even as like the first lady with the whole school program. That's the only thing I have an opinion about on her.
Like the school lunch is getting just decimated. Like that was a bad look.
Because that was what they became president 2008?
2008 was the election. He took office 2009.
Okay, yeah. So I was in school for most of that for the entirety of
so you
all
got
of their
Obama lunch.
Yeah. Well, I was not an asshole, so I just eat cold cuts. I don't give a fucking shit.
I know.
I'm not
the Capicola lunch. I got you.
Fucking capicola gabagool, prosciutto.
Yeah.
Fucking big fan of the honey maple ham though. That's by far the best one. Is the honey maple ham. Best cold cut to ever have, in my opinion. I'll die on that hill.
Why die? Why not kill on the hill? Successfully defend the hill.
Well, I'm going to be eating honey ham until I literally die of a cholesterol problem. So
that's fine. That's a good.
It's a hill worth dying on because I literally will die from a heart failure. Hopefully.
That's a good way to go.
Yeah, just ate too much honey maple ham.
Would you rather like die in a nursing home while some like nurse punches you in the face? Like, is that what you want?
That'd be pretty funny, actually.
Would it?
Like just like dying with a black eye on me and like a caved in skull. Like my brain damage just finally got me after her hitting me one time. I'm just dead. It's like, what happened to him? He's 87. He was in good health. He just had the runs a little bit too much this time. He had to go to the hospital for it. It's like, his brain just died. It's like, how? He had a black eye. What happened? What the fuck happened?
Yeah, and the nurse would get trolled too. So
of course.
Yeah, like you're on your way out. That would be like a last F you.
If I was dying and I hated my nurse, I'd make sure to like shit on her. I would like make sure to like aim my ass right at her. Just a fucking shotgun blast of fucking diarrhea.
As you die and your body releases, you just shit all over.
No. This is a willing choice before I die. I'm purposely shitting on her as I'm fucking dying of a heart attack. Like I'm like struggling to live, and I'm just like I'm in that stupid gown they make you wear, so my ass is just fucking out. My cheeks are doubled up, and I'm shotgun blasting her as one final fuck you, and she's just gonna be covered in my shit. It's gonna be great. So whoever future nurse who's not born yet is gonna have to deal with getting shat on, literally. You know.
Yeah, but Yimra, that implies if you ever make it to the nursing home.
Yeah.
If you ever make it to
This is
that age.
implying you're not going to die like crashing your convertible Miata in your 60s.
I'll be the last Dodge Challenger Hellcat, legally, not like illegally registered. I made in the fucking garage.
The last legally registered Dodge Hellcat death behind the wheel. That's what she'll be.
Yeah, I'll be the last one. In 2087, I'll be the last person to die in a Hellcat.
Just wrap yourself around the tree like Paul Walker. Go out in style.
So, Yimra, are you still in car sales?
No, I work in a union right now in the city.
He's he does construction for the.
I do a little bit of construction. I put things together. I take them apart. You know.
He swings the hammer. He drives the nail.
So you just sit around on a piece of rebar eating a sandwich all day.
Yeah, sometimes I'm on like a payload or and sitting on there too. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I'm on top of a machine or something every once in a while.
You're on top of a load sometimes.
So why'd you change from car sales to that?
The timing was not great because the brand I was working for, we would get 75 cars a month, and then COVID happened. We only got 10 cars a month to the dealership, so I couldn't. Excuse me. I was one of like 5 or 6 people on a sales team. I was the newest guy, so I wasn't. There was no way I was going to compete with people who have return customers, and we only have 10 new cars a month. Like, there's just statistically, I'd be fucked making money. So I just said fuck that, and then did some like non-union construction, and then got into a union where it's one of the higher paying ones for New York City. So it's it's a union job. I mean, it's good benefits, good pay, double pay for overtime. You know, fucking great 401k type shit going on. It's what like communist wish unions actually were like for most unions.
Yeah.
Where they actually fucking make sure you get paid and you don't get treated like shit. Unlike a fucking like a deli worker like union or those fucking like grocery store unions, they get shit on every fucking week by everybody, including their fucking reps. It's a fucking great job, honestly. Though I gotta fuck around all day and get paid stupid money.
Like big sweaty men all day.
And that's cool. Oh. So you've racked up like now you've got like a repertoire of all the sleazy New Yorker Italian jobs under your belt.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sales, yeah.
Construction.
Now union construction workers. You probably go like rough up some other people from another union or something like that.
Oh man, I did almost get into a fight with another guy from a different union. The guy who was doing it was a guy who does like hazmat stuff, so like asbestos, and like I was working on a site where they were doing I was pumping out jet fuel out of the ground because it was mixed in with the water.
Oh, sweet.
So there was a lot of piping that also had asbestos around it. And his fucking asshole, every time he'd be moving water pumps around, he would start cutting while I'm like 10 feet away from him, and he's cutting asbestos piping, so it's just fucking flying everywhere.
You just want to go up and just go,
Yeah, and like after like the 15th time, I would just keep dropping the fucking pump every time he started cutting and get pissed off at me. And he didn't speak very good English, and I almost like literally was about to beat the shit out of him. Mostly because he was a very fat Hispanic man who barely spoke English, so I was probably going to do okay, considering I'm a young 20-something handsome Italian man. But, you know, I didn't feel like getting kicked off a work site, especially because it's like I had to get a bunch of like clearances and shit to even work there because it's on like a piece of property. It's like, you know, they don't want terrorism happening. It's New York City. There's a lot of places like that. So I was like, you know what's probably not a good idea is to fight somebody here, especially near jet fuel and asbestos leaked water.
That's perfect.
let me get new cancers they haven't even fucking invented yet.
Yeah, you and your boys just like go find his car and like hit it a bunch with a baseball bat, and that should do it.
That should
piss in the gas tank, put some sugar in there. Come on the window.
Shit in the air filter.
The best. Oh yeah, shit in the air filter. So every time you put on the AC, it smells like my shit.
Exactly. Yes.
You can also just come on a guy's window. It's great.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, I am also dabbling in the as a side gig when I'm not doing mercenary shit. I'm dabbling in the sleazy salesman world.
Oh yeah.
Excellent. Yeah.
What kind of
I'm in
salesman?
online marketing for used car sales that and these used
Oh,
yeah, and so these cars they have remade titles or they were bought from a rental car fleet.
Oh my goodness.
that's
Yes.
complete
So
scum
Oh
shit. I love it.
yeah.
yeah,
You fucking cunt.
Oh, so
it's so fun.
that sounds
It is so
fantastic.
fun. And I do a lot of the work on LinkedIn, so it's remote.
The
And
skelliest spot.
I'm sending out shotgun emails. I'm
Mhm.
calling tons of people.
Oh, just
And
cold cocking people. I love it.
yeah, and just like it's the 80s or the 90s, like and I'm always like targeting people like in the Gen X range because I know they'll actually like do business like how they used to do business. And I love what I've noticed in the car sales industry
Mhm.
is I love these fake titles everyone gives themselves. Like
Yeah.
like executive marketing director of
Mhm.
floor resales. Like what is that? That's like some American Psycho business card.
That's just a guy who sells a bit decently better than everybody else on the
It,
showroom. That's
yeah,
it.
it's awesome. It's awesome.
It's American capitalism manifest into the worst parts for everybody.
Yeah,
No one's exactly winning because you still have to sell fleet cars, bro.
yeah,
It's and then you fuck over these assholes who are stupid enough with 500 credit score. Like, bro,
yeah.
why are you buying a car?
And for me, like, I'm a horrible person, but they're also horrible people too. So
Yeah.
it balances.
It's an equal opportunity.
Exactly.
It's like when I sold a SUV over sticker price to a court officer.
Oh yeah.
Three grand over sticker for an SUV.
Direct action.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, it's $3,000 over sticker. Everyone else is doing it.
Mhm.
Like, you can go find someone else. I don't care, dude.
Take it or leave it, buddy.
What are you gonna do? Go to another salesman? He's gonna tell you the same thing, bro. We're gonna lock you the fuck out on this.
But until it like becomes illegal or an AI starts doing it, I don't know. I'll keep doing it. It's fun.
Sales is fun.
It's good. It's
Yeah.
easy, good money if you don't put too much effort. It's good passive effort if you're
It
fucking
really
around
is.
like you're doing. But if you have to actually be in person on a dealership 6 days a week and deal with
I
retards
couldn't
who
do
walk
that.
in,
Yeah.
you'll want to kill yourself.
So,
How many times?
someone would have gotten their skull caved in if I had
Yeah.
to do that.
I had to actually do basic math for a fucking guy one time. He was trying to. There was a Volvo sedan that was like 40 grand. I was selling a Kia K5 like maybe $32,000 or 28,000, something like that. And he was like, "Oh man, I can get the same monthly rate on this Volvo sedan." I'm like, "There's literally no way." I literally pulled out a calculator, so that I'd be losing $11,000 on this deal.
Mhm.
That's not happening. It's like, no, they told me. It's like, I don't care what they told you, dude. Like, this is basic math. If you can't understand that, you should not be buying a car.
Mhm.
I had a guy once,
And he was not very
sold.
happy about that.
But here's the thing, Yimra. You don't tell them they shouldn't be buying a car. You're like,
Mhm.
oh, okay.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Oh no, well,
Great.
this was like a 20-minute conversation where I'm just like, even if I could sell this
Yeah.
guy a car, I don't even want to anymore. This guy's an
Welcome,
idiot.
Matt.
Hope he
You
gets fucked
Puerto
over in
Rican.
Toyota.
Thank you for being
What's
late.
up, fellow fans? Well, what's going on?
The host of the show. It's been a while, man. How you been?
I've been good. Just got 4 kids. If you didn't already know.
He
Nice.
he
Okay.
just keeps doing
You
it.
want to make it 5? You want to adopt me,
That's what
bro?
I'm talking about. I made a spelling mistake in one of the discords. We're talking about Little Mermaid, and I was talking to my wife, and he said, and it was like he. I'm like, yeah, my wife's male to female. You guys didn't know that? And then apparently I have a seahorse now, and that's how we produce kids.
You're married to Michelle Obama. I had
Explains
no
those
idea.
saggy tits of yours.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's what happens, baby.
Oh boy.
Mm.
So
we
we
that's
were
the first half of the show. You guys
earlier.
just talking about cars.
Yeah, but earlier we were discussing the Obama controversy, and we all unanimously agreed it's really based and funny.
Exactly. Yes.
Oh, with him being gay.
Being a pole smoker. Yeah.
What is the exact story with that? Was he just like, yeah, I sucked a cock one time, or is he like, no, actually, I'm a fervent homosexual? Like, what is the exact like?
He
quote
was like
saying?
trying to brag to an old girlfriend that he had thoughts of having sex with men, and then like this.
Well,
other
yeah, but that
dude-
was like a while ago. That story
yeah,
about
and
him
now
like
there's
being
like some
saying he's
dude I guess was
bisexual.
on Tucker, and he was like, "Yeah, Obama was gay and smoked crack." That's where we're at now.
Well, in the '90s, smoking crack wasn't like that bad. Or
I mean-
'80s,
I mean,
relatively
I
speaking.
think smoking crack was always bad.
No, it was pretty. There was like a 2-year window when crack was like basically just invented, and everyone's like, "Wait, we can just smoke this shit now?" And then very quickly, everyone's like, "Oh, this is a terrible fucking idea."
It's so much cheaper, you know.
And yeah, that was the logic. But now there's fucking cartel meth that outdoes coke. But then you have to get meth, and you look like a fucking weirdo if you do that. So, you know, it is what it is. You know, sometimes you suck a cock, sometimes you
I
don't.
just realized I
Obama,
didn't
you
even
know,
clean this room. I got back.
You look-
I was
your
at
room
Myrtle
looks like a
Beach.
fucking hotel over there with the fucking
I was,
bed
'cause I was
sheets
at a
and the
hotel
wood
and I
wall.
unloaded 'cause
he was too
brought-
busy making his fifth child. That's what he was doing.
I was. I went to the beach to
Without me?
go deliver the fifth child.
Ah,
No, it's like I unloaded the shit because it's the backpack I used to carry my computer because we went to Myrtle Beach for like a week.
oh
So
word.
that's
What,
why I look more
to have
Puerto
sex
Rican.
with old women?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Old leathery skin women. There's a lot.
I want women with the same skin quality as Al Pacino.
There's so many people out there walking the beach that shouldn't be. They need to stay the fuck out of the sun if they don't already have cancer.
Yeah,
They look like
honestly, Myrtle Beach is pretty mid. We need to get you down to Miami or Tampa sometime.
Fort
that'll be-
Lauderdale too.
That'll be
Mhm.
next. Where are you at right now? Are you in Florida?
I won't disclose my location, but all I will say is I am on the East Coast now, and I frequent
Hamburg, Germany, of course.
I
East Coast, West Coast.
frequent Tampa and Miami a lot. Which
Ah,
originally I thought I would hate Florida, but like Tampa and Miami, that's like where all the humans live, the habitable zone. So I like those
Coke
places.
zone.
Like
Oh.
everywhere else, I don't know about, but
fair enough.
Fort Lauderdale's
yeah.
pretty good. That's what I'll say about that place.
unfortunately the chapter on Vegas came to a close.
Oh,
That's probably for the best.
hmm
You need
You
to change
know
the
what?
scenery.
I like at first I didn't really care for it, but over time it grew on me.
Mhm.
And now I kind of miss it. It's one of those things where you don't know what you had until it's gone.
Like AIDS.
But yeah, the money there wasn't good
No, yeah,
anymore.
bro.
So
fair enough.
Yeah, believe me. Yeah, I was gonna ask like when I was asking where you were. I'm like, yeah, what's your physical address? So I can come throw it.
What are your
What's your
exact
IP
GPS
address?
coordinates?
give me the IP address right now. I'm coming.
well, as you can see,
That your connection doesn't look like complete fucking garbage. Yeah, I can
I
see it.
am in the N-word command center right now. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
The
It is
racist
in a-
headquarters.
yeah, it's in a undisclosed location, but this is the N-word command center briefing room. So
Well, from the reflection of your glasses, you're at least off 5th Street. You know, I'm just kidding. Shut up.
Yeah, why are you in Bed-Stuy, by the way?
Wait, what?
I was saying, why is he in Bed-Stuy? It used to be like one of the worst neighborhoods in all of New York City for like years. It's a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, well, welcome to East Coast, Best Coast. So I'm gonna say that.
Yeah, at least where the
Well,
queers
I-
here can get a bar fight and win.
I used
They're all
to be
juiced
on
up.
the East Coast a long time ago,
Mhm.
and then I moved out west, and so now I'm back due to various reasons. But yeah, it's nice to
How
be
old
back.
are you now?
28.
28.
Oh,
I
wow.
think a long time ago. It's like I feel my age, 35. It's like I'm getting there.
Elderly.
Elderly man. It's like, yo, you don't even.
But yeah,
know, you
I
don't know a
mean,
long time ago.
you're
I'm just kidding.
35, but like no homo, you still look good. So
Thank you, bro. It's
Yeah.
because you really can't see my gray hairs.
No, the gray hairs would make that look good. You know, like you get like more of a
Zaddy.
DILF gilf
Yeah,
energy.
like a
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
a
a little
little salt and
zaddy.
pepper on the sides.
Oh
I
yeah,
was
get a
talking-
little poly walnuts going.
What the fuck is a zaddy? Can someone explain that
It's
to me?
a
My
zaddy.
wife brought it up. Or
It's,
whatever.
it's So
Zamzat.
have you ever been to a club and you want to kill yourself?
No.
Okay,
I'll go
so
to those.
basically, so you're gonna have to use some imagination here. So it's the kind
Okay.
of girl who goes to a club and is almost exclusively there to score coke, for free. That's the kind of person who usually is saying zaddy.
Okay.
It's a term of endearment.
It's
It's still a positive for you.
I want to have a serious
but-
conversation with my wife because
But
I was
yeah,
talking to her,
because
I was
this
like,
is that. Yeah, you should look
Yeah.
into that.
we're
your
gonna
wife
go
might
for
be
the straight
skimming
hairs.
the
And
Alps.
she said, "No, it's Zaddy now." I'm like, "What?"
No,
Like
no,
a
she's
Zoomer?
like
What?
that's
Zoomer
like
daddy?
Zaddy's been a term for a while. I don't know. She's just late to the fucking trend. Like everyone who has Facebook
Well,
or TikTok beyond the age of 32.
Maybe,
About to say, does your wife have
she's
TikTok?
Polish.
She's
No.
Polish.
She's Polish and she's
Oh,
been
well,
clubbing a lot, so maybe
How
that's
can
where the
I
term
how
came
can I
from.
mute you? Because I don't want to hear anything about Poland or Polish people. There's a mute button on you. I'm
You can
kidding.
block me.
I don't.
That's what
Well,
you
no,
do.
no.
You
I
do it,
still
pussy.
I won't do it because I still want to have sex with you. So
Okay, cool. Well, the bed's right
Yeah.
here, bro. I got the OnlyFans set up, so we're good to go.
Oh, sweet.
ooh, good. Like
Move
make some
over.
cash on the side. All
I
right.
got like 15 pillows.
You're wearing
You can
cargo
stream into.
shorts.
Yeah, I'm wearing cargo shorts. I had to run to Walmart,
course.
dude. Got to dress up.
Fucking,
He's a Puerto
fucking
Rican father. What are we like?
Only
What?
dad clothes. This guy's never worn a button down in his life. I love it.
I got the white tee, baby. I got the cargos. I got the New Balance. I'm just kidding. I'm not wearing it.
Oh,
Do
Look
you
like
at
you're-
least have Adidas sandals?
I've got Nike sandals.
close
Okay,
enough.
that's
I'll,
yeah.
I do have
That's,
Adidas
I'll,
shoes.
I'll accept those. Okay.
yeah, that
I have,
works.
I have
That works.
Adidas shoes and
Mhm.
Nike sandals. Or
Okay.
flip flops. They're flip flops, right? This is like I just call everything flip flops and shit. It's like
Mhm.
no, the sandals or is it the little toe thong or something?
And then there's
the
slides,
flip-flops
which
where
are a
you slide
separate
the whole
thing.
in, where you put the full foot in there.
Well, that's a
Real
slide.
good.
That's a slide. It's not. It's a
I
whole
don't
different
fucking
thing.
know.
It figures
Fuck
Matt
you.
would prefer putting the whole foot in.
Yeah, I want the whole
Well,
foot.
Ben, how old are you?
I'm 32.
Okay. Yimra, how old are you?
25, baby.
Okay. So you're the youngest one here.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
honestly though, I'm looking forward to 30.
30's fun.
I had a major glow up, so I'm embracing 30. I've never felt healthier, looked better. So
Oh,
Is it because you
Hell yeah,
stopped
my dude.
doing smack or what?
no, I started doing smack.
Oh yeah.
Well, he stopped being a cop, is what he did. That cured
I'll
him.
do it. I look like a lesbian now. This looks like a lesbian fit right here if I've ever seen one.
you were about to report my final Tumblr blog. That's what you have to do. No, growing
Oh yeah,
up-
that's also like 2 years sober from Tumblr. That
Oh, yeah.
also helps with the glow up.
That probably
Oh
does.
yeah, that'll do
No,
it.
literally, like my mental health, like improved
Oh, yeah, I bet.
100%
Mhm.
after I just decided not to come back to Tumblr. Like leaving it at the 45th blog, like perfect place to leave it.
45.
Mm.
Man.
Now the next one's gonna be 1911. So you're gonna have to, go through this a couple hundred
No,
times.
there's not going to be a next one. You know?
Fair enough.
I mean, 1911's and 45, right? I mean, you can't really go higher
Exactly.
than that.
You stop there. That's perfect.
Well, that's what, like now I'm like I think I'm like barely I have my Tumblr account. I literally only go on there to try to start shit. Like today's fiasco was I forgot that last week there was some dude on Tumblr that made like a Redbubble page, and he had like his like rare
Oh,
pet
man.
bays and shit.
Oh, my
And
God.
so
Fucking
last week
scale.
I created my own Redbubble page, literally used his picture, banner, and I edited the HTML code so I could download all of his fucking designs, and I copied it. I copied it, but I forgot about it because I went to Myrtle. And I came back and I had emails from Redbubble. I'm like, why the fuck do I have emails from Redbubble? I'm like, oh, that's right. So I finished it up today and posted the same shit on Tumblr, waiting to see if that dude's gonna see it and get pissed. That's the shit I just be doing. I just log in, start
Well
shit, log out.
What you need to do is you need to make posts where you talk about how you self-identify as an incel, excuse me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Insult.
that's just
Insult.
all of the trads and Catholics.
True.
Yeah. But I mean I've heard that it's fallen off pretty hard. Like I've heard I got off at like the perfect time.
Yeah.
They're like trying to turn it into Twitter. It's like it's weird.
Dude, there's a new layout that like sucks. Like they move the messages and shit.
Yeah, it's gay.
And then I've heard too that like
it's like up there now.
Oh, let me pull up
the activity and messages.
Oh wow,
nice ring light, Matt.
I'm getting
nice ring light.
I just opened my phone. I was putting the kids down. Okay, I got responsibilities over here.
Bro, watching the kids.
Flashbacks looking at that.
Kids Schmitz.
Putting the kids down. Fucking Old Yeller in the backyard.
Terrible. My current 2-year-old child is the worst terrible 2 I have.
Oof.
Worst 2, because he's like, it's fucking know everything. He's like, no, me, I got it. Like he runs his fucking house and pays bills and shit.
That's
like,
pretty base. Not gonna lie.
Well,
what a king.
He hungers for the mines.
He does.
Yeah, he does.
He wants to work.
He's gonna be the best shot out of all of them.
I'm gonna recruit him as one of my child soldiers.
Okay, dude, that's fine.
Yeah.
For the right price, dude.
Wait, how is he like dark or pale? Like what's the deal? What's the skin tone situation here?
He's like darker, not as dark as me, but I think he's got my skin complexion.
Okay, that works. It'd be weird to have little white kid soldiers. You don't really see that often unless it's South Africa.
Why are you being racist about it?
Yeah, why can't white kids tote the AK?
There's a lot of whites in South Africa, actually.
Yeah, I know,
Thank
and
you,
they're the most evil people ever. I feel like everyone from South Africa, regardless of race, is just the most evil human being ever. I have no idea why, outside of all the history of South Africa. Just seems like everyone there is an absolute piece of shit.
Luke
I have nothing to back this up.
Luke in the comments says, I thought Luke had died in Ukraine. Can't keep him down. No, he did not die in Ukraine.
Oh, he went over there for a photo op and came back.
He did, yeah.
He was actually in Poland the whole time. It was never in a country.
You guys probably, I'll rewatch the show because I'm sure any question I have has already been answered.
But we actually have not talked about that yet.
Yeah, and I know you guys are probably sick about hearing about it or talking about it.
I don't care.
But I don't care. Yeah, exactly. I don't care. I'm going to talk about it.
Please do.
No. I mean, like you could.
Listen, it's actually good to have someone who actually was there.
Yeah, seriously.
Jerking off the news feeds.
Yeah.
So let me lay this out because I know there's a lot of misconception, and for the longest time I let the misconception go because it's just funny and makes me more mysterious. But the timeline is, so when the war started, I got brought on by a firm that specializes in extracting like like missionaries, Doctors Without Borders, and like business people, whoever like pay to get extracted out of like war-torn countries or whatever. So I was making $1,000 a day. And we were set up in Lviv, which is a town like on the Polish border, and it was pretty nice. I was making good money, and another thing too is like whatever your beliefs are or conspiracy theories about Ukraine, like Russia's this, Ukraine's that. Like whatever, NATO's bad, the great say. I don't care, nigga. First of all, I only went to Ukraine because of clout, because money, and because I wanted to kill people. Okay, but I will admit, maybe I'm getting more softer hearted with age, but over time, the Ukrainian people and their cause did grow on me, and I made some incredible lifelong friends. So yeah, we were operating out of Lviv, and we would go into like towns near the Donbass area and extract people. But it wasn't really like the most we were doing was like dodging enemy positions or artillery, and like I wanted to get into the action, and we weren't really doing that. So Frosty, who I don't know if you guys know him, he
went over there he went over there for a second time. He was in Donbass in 2014, right? And then now he came back again.
Frosty had been over there since the war originally started in 2014, and he hits me up and says, "Hey, are you in country right now?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm working right now." And he's like, "Well, hey, I can get you in like with a good word, I can get you into the Ukrainian special forces, but you got to get to Kiev, the capital, before the Russians surround it." And
Oh,
Huh.
and I was like, "Okay, well, like I'll think about it because I'm still making really good money, and it would have been unpaid." Um, so
I'm
I
out here for
asked
an
the
unpaid
Lord.
internship, bitch. Want
Well,
money.
well, if it's base, like if the killing's good, then like yeah, I'll take
It's
unpaid.
fair.
But
It's
Fair
fair.
enough. Fair enough.
um,
Fair enough.
so I you know I was still doing my work out of Lviv, and I was asking the Lord like, okay, well, if you want me to go do this, like give me a sign, whatever. So literally the next day, our camp, because we were kind of set up near a police station and a military base. Um, our like a Russian cruise missile hit like really
Jesus.
close to our base, and it really like rattled my head and shit like that.
Hmm.
And that's when our guy said like our commander, he said, okay, it's getting too dangerous, so we're gonna pull out. And that was my sign to be like, okay, fuck it, I'm staying. Um, you guys go, that's fine, whatever. So I hired I hired their version of an Uber driver, and he took me up into Kiev. That's where I linked up with Frosty. And we went up into to Irpin, and which Irpin is the suburb above Kiev,
Hmm.
and we pushed the Russians back in Irpin.
Hmm.
Um, so that
So you were
first
there when
time,
the VDV was landing and shit.
no, I was in Lviv when the
Okay.
VDV was landing. Frosty was in Kiev when the VDV was landing.
All right.
Um, by the time I got to Kiev, the VDV had already been pushed back to Irpin.
Okay.
Uh, so they were slowly pushing them back, and at that time, there was only one road leading to the capital open because the Russians had roadblocks set up on all the other roads in the capital.
Hmm.
Which, by the way, Uber drivers and delivery drivers, the real ANCAP OGs of that war, like you pay those people and they will drive you through a minefield. Like
holy shit!
Hell yeah.
you pay the pizza delivery guy and he will drive through artillery and get you your pizza.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Like
That's
it
how I
is.
envision Ancapistan.
Yeah,
Fuck
it is.
absolutely.
And well, it was ANCAP Paradise, and it was Mercenary Playground, but now it's kind of been. I went back a few months ago, and it's been kind of like structured
Mm.
and gay stuff like that. Um, but yeah, those first few months when the war started, it was like it was ANCAPistan Mercenary Playground, and
It was just Wild West Metal Gear kind of shenanigans.
yeah, exactly. And so that first time I was there a month. Yeah, I was there a month. Then once we pushed the Russians out of Irpin, they retreated and they went back to the eastern part of Ukraine.
Hmm.
Um, so our unit, the Special Forces unit I was with, was on standby in Kiev for a long time, and then I went back a few months ago. Um, but yeah, and that's a funny thing too, is because other like other people have told me, like some people said, oh, I was only there for a month or a few weeks, and it's like, yeah, nigga, that's the point. Like, where else could you go on a month vacation, be a mercenary, d- become special forces? Like, rip to the niggas that like go through years of special forces selection, but I'm different. uh, fight in World War III and play MW2 IRL all in a month and then go home. Like that's the point. Like,
Go home
so
to sell cars and do coke in Florida. Literally living the dream over
yeah,
there.
exactly.
How many different occasions would you say you were actually like in a firefight?
So there was no like direct firefights,
Okay.
because this was a recon unit. So our
Okay.
main objective was to, we were like forward observers. So we would go through, occupied areas, like look for Russian positions, Russian tanks, have Ukrainian artillery shoot at them, or we had our own rockets like RPGs and these old laws and shit like that. But as far as like close quarters firefights and stuff like that, none of that ever happens in a war like this.
Well, that's good.
We did loot a bunch of houses, so that was pretty fun.
Neat.
PUBG.
Straight up some fucking DayZ shit.
Yeah. And we did see, like, the last day we were in Irpin, we did see like Russians, and they weren't in a vehicle. We did see them like 50 meters in front of us down the road, just standing there watching us, and we were just standing there watching them. And like we were just waiting for like them to do anything, and
Vice versa.
Yeah, exactly. And then they decided to just retreat, so they lost the vibe check.
So were you like one of 10 black guys in all of Ukraine? How many how many brothers did you see?
Hey.
I was one of, because like all the rest of the black guys left, so I was one of 2 black guys in Ukraine, which was awesome because it made me
There's
a superstar.
a joke there. Like a bunch of all the black
Despite
guys left.
making up 50%.
No, like literally, I accidentally, because they have these thrift stores, and I didn't know how their checkout worked, and so I accidentally walked out with a bunch of stuff I didn't pay for.
Oops.
Well, that comes natural to you.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So 1% of the population commits 100% of the crime.
Oh man.
But no, I mean the Ukrainian people, they grew on me, because you know, Slavic people are pretty much like the niggas of whites.
Okay.
So, yeah, and like despite what Americans who have never, or LARPers who like say they're, I want to fight, like I'm based, I want to fight in Rhodesia, I would have fought in Rhodesia, but all they do is post gay opinions online. Like, despite what they think, like the average Ukrainian person believes without a shadow of a doubt that they are fighting for their very survival, and like seeing that in person, you know, it kind of tugged on my almost non-existent heartstrings. I was like, you know what? Yeah, I believe these people's cause. They feel like they're actually fighting. Like, forget about all the baggage. Forget about proxy wars. Forget about like the based trad orthodox whatever. The Ukrainian people deep down believe they are fighting for their very survival, and like fighting alongside people like that was the greatest experience and honor I've ever had in my life. So I mean,
it's funny, like when everyone talks about it and shit, it's always like, oh yeah, this is just like, well, like where Russia was provoked or whatever, or you know, Ukraine, it's a Ukrainian money laundering thing. It's like, yeah, well, whatever is real to that, whatever's going on, you're not considering like the human element of the people on the ground in fucking Ukraine that are living with this shit, getting fucking shelled and like have to evacuate their fucking homes and shit. Like no one, like basically, I don't think I've ever seen anyone really talk about that. It's all like, oh, it's all political. It's all political. Yeah, well,
yeah, no
consider what the fuck's going on to the actual people that aren't involved.
Yeah, well, the thing is, the people who like talking about conflicts and stuff, especially like online too much, are the least empathetic fucking people ever. It is literally just like, oh man, it's so cool. That guy got his head blown off. It's like, okay, 1, yeah, but 2, like, Jesus fucking Christ, bro. Like, you know, it's still a human element you got to be reminded of, dog.
And it's funny too because these niggas can like name every single piece of like an Abrams tank or a 50
Mhm.
cal rifle, and then they turn around and they're like, oh well, that's like imperialist and globalist, and Lockheed Martin is bad, and it's like, shut up, nigga.
It's like,
Like,
the war machine is terrible, but like a war is being fought for pretty much objectively moral grounds, regardless of everything else. A country's being invaded, and there's civilians who are in the crossfire. That's it.
Guys, listen. We just need to vote really hard,
Mm-hmm.
and then the war will be over.
mhm.
We get Trump back in. Just vote really hard. That's gonna solve everything. I actually think people like really like the fucking normie like idiots that like vote vote all the time. I think they truly believe that. It's like, we just gotta vote for the right people to put the right policies, and the war will be over.
This
Hey,
is
that-
the most important election ever.
Another funny one I've heard is like, oh, Ukraine needs to like step up and have peace talks with the Russians or whatever, or just to end the bloodshed. And it's like, if that's how you can tell that these people have never spoke to a Ukrainian, or have never had like their house destroyed and their wife and children raped
Yeah.
by grown men. The Ukrainians don't want to concede peace. They don't want to talk. They want Russia to be annihilated, and they will settle for nothing less. Um, because
Like,
their
Russia out,
children, yeah.
Putin publicly executed.
And another thing too is like, I know the Orthodox trad larpers like Russia because they're all contrarians and they think it's based. But and like one guy told me, he's like, oh, you've changed, nigga. Well, yeah, I shit my pants, nigga. But no, like, he's like,
Never
you've
trust a
changed,
fart.
nigga. It's like, no, I haven't. I've never liked the Russians. I've never thought they were based. See, the way I see Russians, um, and this is as a person from America who has not been through what the Ukrainians are, I see the Russians as like, an opponent that I have always wanted to fight and just have the clout of saying I fought, because yeah, I've played too much Call of Duty growing up. Um,
You saw what happened to Apollo Creed, like, not me.
yeah, not me,
Not me.
son. But yeah, just a worthy opponent. I've always wanted it, like a peer-to-peer enemy. I've always wanted this to like have the clout of helping destroy. But the Ukrainians, they see it completely different. They don't see them as a worthy enemy. They don't see them as whatever. They just see them as so a superpower that is raping their women and children and needs to be destroyed. And I completely understand that. So
Fair enough.
I get that. Well, cool. All right.
but yeah,
Wow.
so I was there for the whole time I was there, like altogether, and the last time I was there, I would say I was there a month and a half in total. So to clear up any misconceptions about how long I spent there.
Okay.
Very cool. Very
Yeah.
So
cool.
you cleared 30 grand
Uh,
tax free.
yeah, around something like that. I won't disclose.
Yeah. Well, for government reasons.
Yeah, you have
Yeah,
you
exactly.
talk. Yeah, you only tell your accountant that kind of information.
Of
Yeah,
course.
funny enough too, I got audited by the IRS this year.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
So
Shocker.
another thing to add to my clout counter, like how many ANCAPs out there can say they've actually been audited by the IRS? So I take pride in that. You get a lot of people reblogging those tax evasion memes, and here I am actually being audited by the IRS.
There you
There
go.
was
Yeah.
one year they thought I owed more because it was like some system error. They thought I owed
Mhm.
like a shitload of money, and I'm like, yeah, I'm like, that's not right. And I showed them because I e-filed. I'm like, oh, okay, sorry, we're wrong. With no, I just use the children are tax credits where I think my federal liability works out to about 1% of my income, which is pretty good. I would say.
Well done.
Yeah. Hey, have a bunch of kids.
Yeah, I was saying in the pre-show, like, imagine actually impregnating a woman, massive L, but also like based move having a bunch of kids just to like have tax breaks.
Yeah, that was the deal.
Incredibly
Yeah.
based.
I was like, I want a big family. I'm like, I want tax breaks, so this works. This works for me. It's like, let's go. No, we're done unless we have yo, bro. She was telling me a couple weeks ago. She was like, you know, I would go for like a fifth kid if you wanted. And I'm like,
After 3 is already a lot, honestly. I feel like 3 is a good number.
The thing is like I'm going as many boys as I can until I get a good cook for the child army, right?
Okay.
Got my daughter. We're done. I got the cook. I got the 3 child soldiers.
You're good.
We're set. That's all I need.
You got a fire team. You're good.
Combine houses, whatever. We're fine. We're okay over here. Unless I knock her up, because originally, like, the plan was I was gonna get sniffed, and I'm like, I don't have time to go do that. And I'm not. So whatever.
Oh well.
And she was like, oh, maybe I'll just get whatever. I'm like, no, it's gonna mess up your hormones. Don't do it.
Yeah, you just firing live ammunition at all times.
Yep.
Okay.
That's what happens.
Perfect.
But I'm like Deadshot. I could hit and not hit wherever I want to.
You're ricocheted into her fucking fallopian tubes, comes right back into your urethra like nothing happened.
I like the. I was just thinking, like the tactical nut, right? I haven't done this, so I don't know how. I'm like one of those LARPers that just say things, and we'll see how it goes. But the tactical nut in my mind is you're doing a girl doggy style, right?
Unrealistic.
Yeah, to you. You gay, get out of here.
Me and Obama gonna be hanging out later, bro. I'm gonna get that presidential dick, bro.
Yimra, do you get pegged?
Not yet. I haven't been pegged yet. I need to change that.
That actually surprises me.
That I gotta do something about. Yeah. I gotta do something about that.
I don't know if
hit up Julia, bro. She'll get you.
Perhaps.
She'll get you. I think no one knows who I'm talking about.
It's Brett Favre, actually.
I think I do.
Yeah, you probably do. So anyways, tactical nut. Guys, it's very important. Very important tactical nuts. Yes. Tactical nut. Doing a doggy style. When you're gonna nut, you pull out and you fucking slice the pie on whatever leg you want, right? And then you point at her face and blast. The tactical nut, baby. All tactical.
Okay.
Maybe throw a flashbang.
I was on board until you said pull out.
Ben, you can't. The thing is, you can't get hard though. Last I checked.
Oh, I definitely.
So
you know what? You're right. I get a 20-inch soft.
It's just.
It continuously grows.
It's just like shoving Play-Doh through like a hole.
It's like
a fire hose. You're pushing all of it in there. It gets in there, but it's just in there like just.
When
squished.
I'm done, you know how when like you pull the tape measure all the way out and you let it go.
Yeah.
It's like that.
You get your hand cut on it a little bit.
Sometimes, yeah, it like whips around.
You're like, oh fuck.
Exactly.
Hey, what's wrong with me? What's wrong with you? You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah.
What's wrong with you guys?
Fuck.
Anyways, that's what I got going on. But I have to get off. I don't know if you guys are gonna keep going.
Yeah, you have to get off.
Okay, so we're coming up on like an hour
late to your own show
and leaving.
And also getting off early.
Well, actually, before I go, what's funny is that I like. So me and Yimra started this because Yimra wanted to do a podcast with somebody. And I'm like, yeah, sure, why not, right? So we got together, brainstormed, like, yeah, I'll just just talk about whatever bullshit, the typical bros hanging out, like, hey, bro, we got a lot of good things to say. We don't. Let's make a podcast. So it was like Yimra's idea. I'd hop on board with it. But it's funny now that I've got so many people that hate me on Tumblr. So it's like every time they it's the people that hate me, most of them are really cool with Yimra. So it's really funny to me that they'll fucking talk shit. Like, you're a fucking podcaster and shit. Like, podcasting gay shit. I'm like, hey, spoiler alert. Your homie is in on it with me.
I'm the progenitor of it, bro.
He literally.
Here's the thing, Matt. When Yimra does it, it's based.
True.
When you do it, it's cringe.
That's why I don't do it anymore. You know, I
Mm.
came especially. I wasn't even gonna come on tonight because I have like gay ass cringe schoolwork to do. Well, I'm like, I haven't talked to Luke in a really long time. I got to be on here at some point.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you did come on. It was cool to catch up.
Yeah, guys, a little bit. Well, I'm not on. I'm not on Instagram or anything anymore. So you'll catch
Yeah,
up with me
I
on
noticed
Facebook.
that. I was
He's
wondering
on
if you got
Facebook.
a
He sends
ban
me
Oh,
or
fuck
Facebook
that. I
memes.
deleted Facebook a year ago, dog. Fuck Facebook.
No, it's like, well,
It's
basically
gay.
go back to like, well, not like mental health for me. It's just like I'm just like so annoyed by
Mhm.
social media and stuff like that. Like I'm waiting for Tumblr to delete me, but I might just deactivate myself
Yeah.
and
he's
just
gonna
keep it
you
like
just
straight to Discord.
it's Discord
I
and
get
Facebook.
that because like I felt the same way with Tumblr, but like ever since I got on Instagram, like it is 100 times better than Tumblr because
Oh
it's
yeah,
just a bunch of like attractive people, and
I love it.
all I get suggested is like cooking videos, funny images, and attractive people.
Mm.
And I'm not sitting there looking through like walls of text of the most brain rotting retarded
Yes.
shit I've ever seen.
Yes.
I'm not surrounded by losers anymore. It's great.
It's just
Very
hot
nice.
people and funny people and people who can cook and people who have cute cats. It's
Yeah.
very simple.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that algorithm just built. Like, I started sending cat videos to somebody, and it's just now it's nothing but cat shit and fucking Friday beers fucking content. It's all
The
I
IG
need.
algorithm absolutely sends me Grussy memes to send to you, Yimra.
Good. We haven't even talked about Grimace at all yet.
We
And
should.
That's my cue to leave.
Okay.
So Matt, since you're like not the head of the podcast anymore, is like Ben taking up more of that mantle, would you say?
Ben's been basically the head
Ben's,
of it
yeah.
for almost 2 years now.
Pretty much.
Mm.
Like I
He's
just
been,
kind
he's been
of,
at it for a while.
I just
Like,
took
had a
over.
cameo
I
on.
assumed the role. Like, look at me.
Well, like any good thing, a Jewish man has to be behind the reins and really take over.
Of course.
As a
Yes.
puppet master. Her name is
Picked
not,
out
you
one
know.
line
Stealing what
podcast.
the
Yeah.
white man already made. Of course. That's what I do.
Yeah, well.
Well,
Also,
Puerto
Well,
Rican.
hey, listen. Now that I'm when I'm not abroad doing mercenary shit, now that I'm in a more stable situation in the States, sometime, like not right away, but sometime I'd like to get on with Cybersmith and
Yes.
actually have a decent
Oh my
conversation
God,
with him.
Oh,
Yes.
hell yeah.
Instead of just screaming the N word, because I couldn't really stay very long last time.
Well, we can get that. It's just that he's in the UK.
Yeah, it's a 4 or
Or-
5 hour time difference, so we got to time that right
So
with him.
Well, last time we did it late. I think we did it
Mhm.
like we did like a 10 o'clock show with
Mhm.
him on the episode. So it was like
Yeah.
I think 1 o'clock in the
Oh,
morning.
he was in
2
that
o'clock.
beautiful like white T-shirt, like the equivalent of a guinea tea, but for like British people. It was great.
Yeah. He drips out, but like the
Oh, yeah.
British version of drip.
He,
Yeah.
he like was that one fucking picture of that kid? He's like Wonka maxing.
Yeah.
That's basically what he does. It's that or like steampunk maxing. I don't know which one. Half the time it could be really either.
Wonka maxing. Just leave it at that.
Yeah, he literally looks like his voice does not like it fits him, but I always think he would sound like Teddy Roosevelt or one of those like Oliver Braxton, like, oh buddy, good sound. Like I wish
No,
he sounded like that. That'd be so great.
He's like a real life Doctor Who. Like, legit.
Doctor Who, if it was fucking watchable.
Yeah.
True.
It's just
Doctor Who if he was based.
bro, he would have the TARDIS and he would come out with the human pet. That'd be like his companion for the entire his entire version.
The retardus.
We'll talk in the Discord. Hit him up. Say like, hey, when you want to do a show?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty responsive in there. I forget he's in there once in a while, and yeah, it's sometimes I gotta like temper my expectations of what I can post in there, because that man is a horny man. That man,
Yes.
he knows what he wants.
He's very articulate. I like him for that. He's very articulate. He knows a lot. He knows a lot of things.
Very
but
educated.
You cannot follow him on any social media
man.
site.
I do though.
man.
I still do. I like the challenge. If you get every once in a while, I'm going through my blog. I'm looking through shit. I'm seeing some fucking bad takes, some funny memes. My selfie, of course. And then
That's one of the few things I miss from Tumblr. I wish he had an Instagram.
oh, we got to get him on that.
Yeah.
But no, it's
JC's
the
in the
best thing
chat,
because
get Marcel in on the episode too.
oh, just
my
a
God.
full
I would
celebrity show.
talk to Anarchy and Black too.
Yeah,
I remember I remember one time, like way back in the day, he said this really based thing. I can't. He said something
Every
like
post.
he said something like in Ancapistan, if the U.S. balkanizes, like I'll still live in New York because everyone in the rural areas is just gonna like send me their food or I'll buy it or something like that, if
Mhm.
I remember correctly.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And
I
actually,
remember
think
that
we
thread,
talked
yeah.
with him on him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Hey, Anarchy in Black lives in fucking New York.
He
or
did
somewhere
at the
like
time.
that.
Yeah.
He did at the time.
Ah,
I think he's
shit.
back and forth now.
And like I remember everyone was crucifying him for that, and I was
Mhm.
like, that's pretty based. Like all these like Southerners and retards LARPing that they wouldn't send the city's food when the U.S. balkanizes is retarded. Because like yeah, the cities are just gonna buy all their food and they're gonna produce it. And
They'll
I
literally
was
just
like,
buy it from Mexico. They don't give a shit.
Well, that's
yeah,
what was funny
If you
about
deny
it.
them, those buy from somebody
Is
else. How it
that-
works.
Is like yeah, the argument that people were, I think at the time, like, because I know we talked to him about this on an episode. That like basically that like Southern's like, well, yeah, we wouldn't provide you food. He's like, okay, then I just buy it from somewhere else.
yeah,
Like, because
exactly.
we'd have the money. Like it's easy. Like you don't. It's like you're not the only person, only place, region, or whatever that has food.
Yeah.
I can get food elsewhere.
All of
Mhm.
South and Central America exists where you can get literally everything you get pretty much in the U.S.
Mhm.
And
I,
the only
I
difference is
remember,
probably a slight hike in price. A slight hike in price.
yeah, and I remember that was super based, and this dude is getting crucified for that. So like yeah, that's another person I'd like to
It's
have a
it's the it's that right
discussion with.
it's that right wing version of a superiority complex, like how liberals are like the cities are the best, but like right wing guys are like living in a rural place is actually superior. It's just like who fucking cares, dude? Live where the fuck you want. Shut up. Suck my
Mhm.
entire cock and balls.
JC was like, was it about shooting children who steal candy? No, that was a separate post.
That was a
That's a
separate
separate one.
equally as
Same,
base post.
same as buying a dog and literally beating it to a pulp. Whatever the
So,
fuck it was,
Luke-
what an awful,
hunting
disgusting
puppies
thing
in
to
the
say.
woods for sport.
Just like the most evil shit.
Luke, what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to take my spot now. You're gonna have to be
The
Black
host of the
Matt.
show.
the minority
co-host.
No,
Brown guy with
I don't
beard.
know. I don't know if being the host of the show would work because podcasting is kind of gay.
It
being
is.
Kind of.
an
It's very gay.
being
very
an
gay.
obscure guest occasionally is based.
That's
Yeah,
that has
true.
more clout.
You
get more
gotta
clout.
be like
being the
What?
token black guy. That's pretty good.
Mhm.
I could be like an occasional guest co-host.
You're like
Here's
a
the-
one.
here-
You're
here
like
we
a
go.
Kramer once a month black token guy.
Here's the idea.
Hey, that
I'm pitching
works.
it. So, just leave the guest role enabled for Luke, and he just decides when he randomly wants to come on.
Perfect. He's the mysterious stranger. That's what he is.
Yeah, he can
Yeah.
come on wherever he wants, and that's why he never does it. He's just like, nah, I could. I can. I don't feel like it right now.
Just pops
He's like
in,
Cyrus
screams
P.
the N-word at us, and leaves.
God, that was so good. I love the Hunters episode. That was
That's
fantastic.
great.
All right, but now I'm out.
All right.
I
All right.
actually have to finish all
All right,
this.
bye, Cracker.
Good talking with you, man.
What was that?
Good talking with you, man.
Oh, good talking. I was like, I love you, man. Like, I know, dude. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I ought to go. I did already.
Say it back.
Call me later. Bye.
Say it back.
Well, boys, we've actually been going for about an hour and a half. This has been an excellent episode, but I think it is time to call it. And I guess Max is too busy. He's elbow deep in some Xenussi right now. I wish him well. I
And
hope.
so, who is? I have never met Max. Who is
So
that?
Max is his Tumblr username right now is Incaparato.
I think I may have heard about him.
He's like the whitest guy you'll ever see.
He's
He looks
extremely-
like he wears one of those weed hoodies and like skateboards
He's
at the
actually
age
just
of like whatever
really-
he is now.
He's really autistic, and he's an astronomer.
He does something with
okay.
space shit.
Yeah,
some
he
kind of
runs like a
aeronautic bullshit.
planetarium and shit, and like he like hunts aliens in the desert. And
Mhm.
He
He basically
sleeps-
just shoots minorities in the desert,
And
and
he
he thinks
like-
they're aliens because
he
he's a
climbs
schizo.
cliffs and like sleeps on the side of a cliff in one of those weird tents. That's like it's extreme white people shit. But
He
doesn't-
he jacks off and hopes it hits like a donkey down there and kills it
Exactly.
instantly. You know,
exactly. You know,
gravity and
just-
speed
just
and
the
all that shit.
butterfly effect. Like
I
Jack's-
might have heard about him. I think I might have seen him because I occasionally keep up with
I
a few
believe-
of the episodes.
I
so-
think he was here on one of like he was here on that mass episode where you called in, and then he was here another time. I think while you were on, but it's
Okay.
been a minute. But everybody watching tonight, thank you for joining us for a very nice episode. Luke, thank you for taking time off of slotting Russian floppies to come spend some time with us. And of course, everybody, as always, taxation is theft.